So people have been letting their anti-Semitism show, and apparently Anne Frank had white privilege. So we're gonna watch a short or two about this, and then I'll give you my commentary. Twitter debates whether Anne Frank had white privilege.
Anne Frank for sure had white privilege.
On this website, I've seen people call Anne Frank a Becky, privileged, and lucky. This isn't even a parody. Hold on, I want to make sure I say this carefully. Yeah, Anne Frank had white privilege. Bad things happen to people with white privilege, but also don't tell the whites that. Okay, maybe the Asian guy's tweets parody, he just has the vibe of someone that's trying to fuel the fire. Wait, maybe not, because he actually made a public apology. You're right, I made the mistake of pushing the discussion improperly to make another point. My fault, I f***ed up. I'll learn. What the f***? This girl is totally fine. She had the option to hide, and that works every time. Why do they always have to have the virtue signaling, I support the current thing, trans and Ukrainian flag? Yes, all white people are safe. You really need to learn how to do better at this. No one is saying the Nazis didn't target white people, just that white people can hide behind their whiteness, whereas in Nazi USA, black people can't. Go tell black people the whites got it hard. Why do I get the feeling this started off as a troll and worked hard to latch onto it? I'm really hoping she's right at the end there. I'm hoping this was a troll. Somebody was upset that they were losing in an oppression Olympics, and it was like, fuck Anne Frank. I am going to privilege ass her ass because she is not going to be more impressed than me. Like, you have to be such a pathetic to sit there and say that Anne Frank died at 16, a horrible death, was privileged because of her white skin. People, if you really believe this, let me school you. That is not how this works, because if it did work that way, correct me if I'm wrong about the numbers, I think a bit over 11 million were imprisoned and a bit over 6 million were during that time. So if it was just as easy as hiding behind your white skin, why did so many get captured and why did so many die? It wasn't like the Nazis came knocking on the door and was like, excuse me, are there Jewish people living here? And they were like, no, we're just good white folk. And they were like, oh, okay, sorry, my apologies, we will move on. That's not how it works. It's like it's become so socially acceptable to hate white people. You can literally just shit all over Anne Frank now. There's like the whole Jewish community. Fuck them, they have white skin. Like, at this point, if you're a white woman and you get like assaulted, don't even come forward, because I mean, you are still privileged. This whole thing is pathetic, stupid, and people are just bored. I'm talking about it because it was trending. Anne Frank was not privileged. Anne Frank let her lay to rest in peace. And anybody who was a part of that tragic event was not privileged in any fucking way. Anybody that was part of a horrific genocide had no ounce of privilege. Get that out of your fucking head. And the reason why so many people have those stupid, this is the acceptable thing to put in your bio thing, because again, they're just parroting and repeating whatever is acceptable, whatever the popular trend narrative is in their ideology and in their tribes. None of them actually believe in this. They're trying to be edgy, they're trying to upset people, they're trying to virtue signal. Let's watch one more short and then I'll close it out here.
Did Anne Frank have white privilege? A provocative tweet sparks major international online debate.
Well, no black, brown, or indigenous child killed by colonial powers got similar coverage. People see this event as more important than slaves in America.
What a huge privilege, dying in your teens in a concentration camp hidden in a cell. Wow. You really need to stop. No one chooses the color they are born. And no one today, despite their color, can rewrite history. All lives matter.
Well, that last commenter needs to be canceled because I guess she didn't get the memo. All lives don't matter. Do not matter. I mean, according to the woke left. And what was that other tweet that said that black and brown people who have been killed by colonizers, who's been horrible victims of genocidal attacks and enslavement, have not gotten the same coverage as the horrific thing that happened to the Jewish community? You can't really say it on here on YouTube. What? Do these people just live in their own realities and just make up shit? Isn't it like every other fucking year there is a new movie about slavery, a new TV special about slavery, fucking cartoon, books, literature, plays, marches? We just got Juneteenth. People can't shut the fuck up about slavery, but you're talking about it hasn't gotten the same coverage. People think it's more important than slavery. There are literally people who deny what happened to the Jewish community. Nobody's denying
means slavery. What reality do these people need to live in? They need to live in alternative realities for their narrative to actually make sense. Anyway, guys, I'm done raging. Leave Anne Frank alone. And she's right. Nobody chooses the color they're born into, or the race they're born into, or what the culture they're born into, religious, whatever, right? However, again, it's socially acceptable to now just hate the fuck out of the white community. Anyway, guys, tell me what you think in the comment section below. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the bell to get the notifications when I do upload. And you guys have an amazing day. Bye.